What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. We have finally made it. I don't know about you, but this week has been super long and it's almost over. Just have one more day to go. There have been a ton of figure news, figure pre-orders, figure leaks, all kinds of stuff. I'm excited about a lot of them. And there's so much, of course, to talk about, including today's topic. What's your favorite Build-A-Figure? And, it doesn't just have to be your favorite one. Maybe come up with your list of top 5. We'll talk about them at the top of the hour. But first, let me make sure to welcome and say a big shout out to the Lyles Figure Files VIP members, including the newest member, Pixelated Poses. What's up? Thank you so much for joining the channel as a VIP member. David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, Jamelin Parks, Blake Tarpley, away on assignment this week, Lefty Two Lions, BK, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, James Green, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, Tom Fintwood 18, MOC Turtle. Yeah, it took a second, and I'm happy about it. Thank you for all the support of this channel. Coming up with more in different unique ways to keep you all entertained, including all these live stream reactions. We had some leaked G.I. Joe Classified Series figures that went up for pre-order yesterday. Very exciting. Then today, of course, we had one set of Marvel Legends drop for pre-order. Hopefully you got yours. And tomorrow, more pre-orders. So it's just a pre-order bonanza week. But before I keep going any further, I also want to make sure to send a special shout out to all the Lyles Figure Files super supporters. That's Kwame Taylor, John Morrissey, Robert Hayes, and Lawson Wallace. Thank you so much for helping to keep this thing rolling, this channel going strong. I feel like I need to adjust my lights, so bear with me for 2 seconds as I get that exactly the way I want it. Now, I think it's all straight. Let's see. This time of year, the lighting is kind of funky. It gets a little dark, gets a little light. The sun is going up, the sun's going down. What's up, Natasha? So we'll see how it looks now. I think it's okay. Although I still feel like I pump up this lighting just a little bit more. There we go. I like that now. It's all live here tonight, folks, as usual. Let's check in on the comments. What's going on, everybody? Rick Cage in the house. Base! Here we go again. Incredible. Rhyme Animal. What's up? How we doing? G-Brew, Public Enemy number 1. Or number 2, depending on your preference. Omega 579 is here. Hey, what's happening? Thursday. We're on weekend eve alert here at Lyles Figure Files. Cannot wait for that clock to strike the end of the workday tomorrow. Have no plans outside of resting, maybe playing some video games, definitely reviewing some figures. The backlog is intense. D. Bruce says, we're bringing the noise apparently. Why not? King Collector. Royalty has arrived. The king is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, King Collector? Jamelin Parks is here. Jeffrey Lyles co-lamping. Man, I'm chilling like a villain. What's up with you, though? Kelly Cox is here. Hey, Jeff. Hey, everyone. How are you, Kelly? Michael Solis, check the watch. It is indeed Figure Files time. Get ready. Felix Guerrero. What it is, Jeff and Fig File crew. What's up, Felix? How are you on this fine Thursday? G-Brew, I pre-ordered the Logan and Samurai 2-pack. The Psylocke pack drops at 1 p.m. Yes, right. As I go on break. No, it is 9 a.m. tomorrow. The pre-orders for these are really all over the place. They're literally, it seems, determined to mess you up in terms of when you make your pre-orders. Yeah, it is. It's wild stuff here. Let's see. What's going on Twitter? Kay Adams just said she learned today about the model Rick Martel. Nice job. Check out her interview with Seth freaking Rollins. That's pretty good. All right. So just to keep everything together for all of us, because this does get weird and confusing. There's so much stuff on pre-order, on pre-order alert for this month. And unlike the good old days when the pre-orders were just, here's everything we're showing, they're all dropping together the same date. That's not the case. Tomorrow, according to our good friend Daniel on the Marvel Legends team, tomorrow pre-order, hopefully around 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you check it one, absolutely going to be too late. Target exclusive Marvel Legends Psylocke versus Thanos 2-pack should be available in stores as well in summer, fall. I typically find the Target exclusives to be a little bit easier than some other outlets, not mentioning Walmart by name, of course. But, you might want to do your pre-order just to be on the safe side. But no, of course, it shouldn't be impossible to find it in stores later. I don't know why this lady is just driving me nuts today. Boy, I'll figure it out. But there's also another pre-order going up because what fun would that be just to have one thing up for pre-order tomorrow? So just in case you did not remember that, let's go here. Let's see. They said our guy, our friend. His graphic Preternia didn't have this up here. But let me see if I can find this. Tomorrow is the Weapon X pre-order for Target. Here you go. This is also going up for pre-order tomorrow at Target. And that's going to be also at 9 a.m. So make sure to pay attention. I, of course, will drop links for everybody who needs them to frantically go, oh no, Target pre-orders are terrible. I didn't get it in that 2.5 seconds the pre-order window was open. Then it'll be back up repeatedly. And of course, the stores will be flooded. Some people will see absolutely none in their stores. Other people will see 30 and go, these suckers are peg warming all over my store. So we'll do what we do best here at Loud's Figure Files. We'll come together. We'll go, hey, you guys aren't finding your area. Somebody will pop up the big signal and we'll go, hey, can you help us out? So that's what we do over here. Trying to make sure everyone who can't find it can get it once it's in stores. So we'll see. JT the Grind, what's going on? How are you? Rick Cage, greetings, Laos Figure Files citizens. Jazzy Jeff, what is cracking, Captain? My back, my knees, not my knuckles, though. See the lack of sound effects? But yeah, it's rough getting old in that sense. How are you tonight? Dark Knight 297. What up, Jeff? What up? And the good people's other Figure Files crew. Indeed. Hope everyone's doing well. Maurice Phillip, good times on all. What's up, Maurice? How are you? JMC, what's up, Jeff and crew? What's up? John Morrissey, happy Thor's Day to all you fine fowlers. What's up, John? How are you? John Kane, what it do, Jeff? Man, the word of the day is escape. As in the Great Escape. Notice tomorrow, Friday. I feel like I've been Jack Bauer times 7. So I'm looking forward to relaxing, chilling, doing very little this weekend. My dad has started Andor season 2, and I think he's gone through like the first 3 episodes, maybe the first 6. So I'm looking forward to watching that final stretch with him, maybe Sunday. Hopefully we can get it all in before he starts to take his nap because he's enjoyed it so far. So hopefully as it starts going into that really wild section of season 2, I can see it and enjoy experiencing it all over with him. So we'll see. Brian P. Almost forgot about tonight. Set your alerts. Get your alarms all set. We're always doing Lyle's Figure Files here at 8:05 p.m. every Thursday. Don't worry about it. We're all here. Ryan Daly. What up? What up? Got to introduce my kid to the Super Sons comic for bedtime, but hopefully I'll be on later. Looking forward to it. And Super Sons is such a great comic. I wish I'd got that DC Icon set because that was a really well done set. And I was like, but now, of course, I'm like, oh, you idiots. Yeah, I love Super Sons. The DC animated movie, it's Battle of Super Sons, also really great. one of my favorites that they put out. It was so well done. Shout out to Jeremy Adams who wrote that one. Definitely check it out. I know some of the DC animation films got a little shaky towards the back end. That one is absolutely great, though. Please check it out. Kelly Cox, dark is night here from now from the smoke. Oh man, that's right. I forgot about all that. Hopefully you're doing okay out there because geez, it's craziness all over, right? King Collector, that Wolverine does have a really good sculpt. Just when I thought I was done buying Wolverine figures, they pull me back in. Yeah, let's take a look at this thing because I was like, whoa, no chance of not getting this one. And I know some of y'all were like panicking, going, oh no, it's sold out. It's not sold out. And my affiliate, Entertainment Earth, they've still got it available. Just now, I just did a quick refresh. It's still there. But here is this set. And I know some people were like, oh man, I was hoping this was going to be $49.99. And I just felt like, given the amount of accessories they threw in there, an all new Wolverine sculpt, which of course they're going to use over and over again. So it's not like a one and done thing. I felt like, 60 was about what we were going to get. Because again, they did throw in a bunch of accessories, a lot more than the standard Marvel Legend. Because again, we've gotten $25 Marvel Legends where the only accessory they have is a separate set of swappable fists. This one, so much more. And they did a lot of different parts to Silver Samurai too. So it's not like, this is a cheap and easy redo for them. But this Wolverine is awesome. Dan actually posted on Twitter, yes, I know it's a single joint elbow. There's a Reddit user, of course. I did not get that. Actually, I might have that here. Let me check really, really, really fast in my good old chat thread with my fellow collectors here in this area because they showed some of the posing of this figure and it looks great. Of course, as always, when I want to try to do this, it's like impossible to find that in the thread. But of course, just because I want to show you guys, I can't find it. But the articulation on him is really great. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any problems in terms of his movement with his elbows. Everything looks really good. And this accessory piece is awesome. I mean, that just looks great. It's got a stand and it's got the full on arcade mode. Wow, calm it down. There we go. Let's do this. But man, this is cool. Silver Samurai does look good. And I really appreciate after looking at my original figure, seeing all the differences between this one and that old one. So it's like a decent, not even just recent. It's a recent one, of course, but it's a very decent upgrade, different look for him. So it's not buying the same figure with just a different paint job. And his shuriken on here on this accessory stand, very cool. And look at this Wolverine. I mean, we saw this from picture one. This guy can get all the crouching, all the poses that you want out of a Wolverine figure. I mean, we've never had a Wolverine that could do that for Marvel Legends. I know people are like, the Mafex figure is good enough, but I'm like, this is great for me. I don't have a Mafex Wolverine. I don't have a CT Toys Wolverine. This looks like he's ready to go. And I can actually pose him in a way that he's going to look shorter than Jubilee in a convincing way. But yeah, this is awesome. Still available. I think on Pulse it was sold out. So, if you were hoping to go that direction, he is not there. Let me do a quick check. I mean, Pulse is intentionally having a shorter run of those figures compared to some of the other ones because they want people to go to their retail partners. And that makes sense. Actually, this is funny because people were like posting all the comments, it's sold out. I'm like, okay, well, that happens. But it's still available on Hasbro Pulse right this moment. So if you missed out somehow, Amazon looks like the only one that's sold out. You can get it from my affiliate partner, Entertainment Earth. You can get it from Hasbro Pulse. I didn't check Big Bad Toy Store, but I mean, there's at least 2 options for you to still get this set. So there you go. James Green. What's up, Thursday night action figure crew? What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, James? How are you tonight, my friend? JT the Grind. Nintendo Switch 2 goes up for sale at 9 a.m. Eastern also. So you're probably gonna have to be quick. Well, maybe this will help because their website is gonna be crashed from all the people trying to get this thing. But I also think there might be a decent, little confluence of people who would normally stalk Target's website to go get those Marvel Legend figures, who are going to be diverted trying to get their Switch 2 for themselves, for their kids. They've got to focus on that. They cannot waste time going to check out Marvel Legends, Psylocke, and Thanos. So I think maybe it'll be a little bit easier for us. So we'll see. Got to make sure to set my alarm for like 8:55 with Target's website. And you might want to go onto the website and not use the app. I know sometimes there's some trouble with some of those different sites if you go to pre-order via the app versus the website itself. Brew, great. Now it's going to break with the rest of the scum and villainy. Brian B, I have a feeling the Psylocke Thanos 2-pack will sell out way before Weapon X. I agree. That's what I'm looking for. I don't think Weapon X is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, gotta get this figure. I think he's going to be one of those that people are complaining about. It's just languishing on the pegs. Why won't Target discount him? They will, of course, because that's what they do. Of course, we've still got a long way before we see this on the store pegs because Jean Grey, X Factor Jean, isn't supposed to go on the shelves until July 27th, which is so wild. And some stores have already has her. Some stores already have her on the pegs. That's crazy. And we're getting more pre-orders. I don't know when those figures are going to be out because Weapon X is really soon here. Yes, he will be. King Collector. I'll pass on the Thanos and Psylocke 2-pack. I already have a good version of those two. You know, it's funny. I put on this shirt and there's Thanos basically like he appears in that 2-pack. So that's kind of fun in the sense of like, hey, I was all set for it. Oh, yes, I did make sure I had that all set to go. But here is this set. And I think this is going to be another one that's really good, really cool. I mean, we needed this Psylocke with the hyper souped up articulation that we've got from that Warbird, Dark Avengers, Miss Marvel / Warbird. What else has used that Bucknail? Other ones have they used for it. The very too small Warbird. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great Psylocke figure. She's going to have all kinds of articulation. I mean, for those of us who got this figure before, I think this is going to be the best version of Psylocke. And maybe you don't care about the head sculpt like I do, but I think this head sculpt really is going to make a huge difference. The only thing, though, of course, I wish she had that ponytail sculpt because I wish we could have gotten a full-on Jim Lee treatment. And I know, yeah, she didn't have this looking all the time in the game, except for some of the games. But yeah, this is a cool looking Psylocke figure. I think this is a really unique take on Thanos. I love that head sculpt. So that'll be really fun to implement. And Psylocke can do some crazy poses. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting both of these figures. And Thanos has been around long enough that I can have this version in my cosmic shelf and have my Infinity Gauntlet Thanos that we got earlier on the main top tier villain shelf. So this would be a nice way to have both of them on there. And Psylocke has some really cool accessories this time. Thanos is doing his thing here. About to snap the Infinity Gauntlet. She's got the butterfly attachments. And who won? It's difficult to say. Although I don't really like her odds really against Thanos. What do y'all think? But check out her accessories. That's very cool. Hopefully none of us will be frustrated tomorrow in our efforts to try to get this 2-pack. But yeah, this is going to be really cool, really fun. Nice addition to our Marvel Legend collections for those of us who are going to be grabbing this set, of which I will certainly be one of them. Maurice, surviving despite the best attempts of work in massive Sahara dust cloud. Man, just terrible weather all around. Hopefully you make out all right with work. I know work can be kind of hectic and kind of crazy. So hopefully you have an exciting, relaxing weekend with not, without any trouble, any chaos and craziness going on that end. And hopefully that dust cloud will whoosh away from you soon. Jamlin, public service announcement. Oh man, where's R. Kelly now? Grab your exclusives and things you're really excited about. But remember, Hasbro is a large company that mass produces their figures. You don't need to pre order everything. Most figures will show up at retail or fan channel once released. Let's not break ourselves over FOMO, fear of missing out, for those of you who never heard that term before. Yeah, and the thing is, some of this stuff is going to be on clearance. And you're going to be like, oh man, if only I'd known, I would have bought this figure for 20 bucks, this 2-pack. But we never know. So, we'll see what happens. Rick Cage at work, chilling like a super villain, Killer Frost, Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze. Only thing cracking is ice in my drink and plastic blisters holding my fingers. Nice. That's right, because you don't open yours up. Michael Solis. Dan tweeted. Let me see here. I thought Dan might have tweeted it because I was looking. I was like, wait a second. Let me see if I can track that tweet down. Then that could make it all easier for all of us. All right, Dan. Dan the man. With the fight. Oh, okay. So here it is. For those of you who didn't believe me or Michael Solis, Dan, here it is, the tweet. Our digital production, our digital product manager, sculpting manager, Dan R. How many Dan's are there? Took an additional pick to showcase Elbows and New Wolverine. Pre-orders go up today. So, I mean, you can see quite clearly we're not missing that double jointed articulation whatsoever. No, there was a whole bunch of panic over it when it was like, yo, why didn't you mention it's only single jointed? Because that really looked like that cut was going to be deep enough that we didn't need it. And we've got butterfly shoulders on his Wolverine, really long claws, and a full on crouch. I mean, this dude is super articulated. I mean, this nerd famous says, I can't wait for Maximum Wolverine. I feel like we basically have it right here. So very cool. And I cannot wait to get that figure in hand because that one for sure was a pre-order. Sin, Captain America looked good too. Agreed. I thought if you didn't have the Omega Red or War Machine, that set really was a nice one to get and grab and add to your collection. Here is the Captain America and Venom setup. And I know a lot of people from the comments were like, but look though, this is how I looked in X-Men 97. And he's bigger in that torso. Definitely does help give you a nice beefier Captain America. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of was like, oh man, I wish I had the chainmail, but that figure does look really good. I kind of wish he had a different head sculpt though. One that was a little softer, a little nicer looking, maybe a bit more of a smile. This one's very serious and very stern. And I don't always think of Captain America that way. And here's a better shot of him with those butterfly shoulders are going to be such a game changer for Captain America poses. Cause man, I mean, your shield, you can actually put both arms basically into the shield. So that's going to allow for so much better articulation and just better dynamic poses for him. So yeah, I feel like they've got me for 3 of the 4, but I'm definitely not getting the Omega Red and War Machine. We'll see. Robert, what up, Jeff? Sorry, not feeling the $60 2-pack. Not upsetting me. It's your money, not mine. Wolvie can use the litter box. Dark Knight 297, Wolvie versus Silver Samurai pack is still available. Yeah, I don't know why people are raising the panic flag just because it's sold out on Amazon. Maurice, I thought so too. I thought the Switch 2 already did launch. So, but I know in some ads they were like, yo, it's coming. I think Best Buy said, hey, you can get it. Sure, you can go to your local store. I don't know. I mean, I'm not getting a Switch. So it's not a deal where I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna get this thing. I don't have Switch 1, literally. So let's see here. Is this thing actually out or what? In stores today, online tomorrow. Oh, so that's what the deal is. So that is fun. You get to do the whole deal where it's like, hey guys, you can grab it. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's do this little bigger thing here. online 6.6. So of course it's out of stock. Hopefully, for those of you who are looking for that Switch, it will be easy to get. $500 seems like a whole lot for the Switch, but what do I know? Felix, would that Psylocke 2-pack be on GameStop at some time? I don't think so. I think it's just a Target exclusive. And maybe down the road, like we've seen with some other store exclusives, they're they show up at GameStop, they show up on Entertainment Earth, they show up on Big Bad Toy Store later. But for now, it's only available at Target. And I'm sure they're going to have limited quantities available on Hasbro Pulse, probably 15. So you have to panic and run. I might try the Pulse route though, because that's easier than Target constantly charging your card. Oh, is it here? No, it's just hate that. Rick H. Sir General Jeff is a master tactician. Who knew? Me? Just joking. King Collector, my main Wolverine has been that love triangle one with the Yamaguchi claws for a while. This one might dethrone him. Maybe. The love triangle one. I like that one. I thought the blue was a little bit too dark, but I know Wolverine is a character with that, with the tiger stripe that I could put him in several different displays. I'm trying to think which one I had that love triangle one on. I think maybe I have him in my base Jim Lee one. Yeah. But it's a good one. I've got to see what the Yamaguchi claws look like on that figure because that could be kind of fun. But yeah, good stuff. H. Rothgars, what's up? Join late, watch from the beginning at 1.85 times speed. Now following the stream live all the way from the 815. So glad to be back. Glad to see you and happy that you were able to fast forward through me so quickly. Yeah, we're having a good time. Hopefully everything is doing well on your end as well. And I will now talk slow so you can stay caught up with me. Enemy Snob, you say that now, but the Psylocke is on the new articulation. What do I say now? What did I say? That I'm not buying it? No, I'm getting that set for sure. Ski Raider, what's up? Brian P, I wish the Psylocke came with some. Oh gosh. All right. Prepare to butcher these words. Kochu Gakuru, psychic butterflies. I wonder if Can of Beans has done something like that. Michael Solis, I need that Betsy Braddock. Yeah, I want her in her pink flowy sleeve look. I want her in her I'm not getting punked around by anybody else again armor. Yeah, I mean, we still need a couple more Betsy figures coming up. Felix, I'm hoping the King Thanos head will look good on that fig. I think it did on the other one, so I don't see why it wouldn't on this one too. It's the same body. Method to Madness. I want that 2-pack, even though I don't need another Thanos. And I wish Hasbro gave her more of an Asian face like the Jim Lee art from that time period. Just picked up the Ahsoka Anakin from Walmart. Nice. G-Brew. Awful weather, you say? Almost as if the climate has changed. Oh, get out of here. That's just crazy talk. G-Brew, I have to assume that at least the Psylocke figure will end up getting a single release with a slightly different head sculpt or two, probably on a retro card. The sculpt of the arm and leg wraps, reuse. Yes. Guess we got to get another reuse with an Elektra figure at some point. That just makes too much sense for it not to happen. So we'll see. King Collector, have they revealed any shots of the Game vs. Spider-Man? The way these figures are looking, I bet the game Spider-Man will look better than the Maximum Spider-Man. That's gonna make some folks mad. Have they revealed any shots? I think those figures are in stores. I feel like some people have them on hand. Because I know I saw some of them when I was at Target. And I didn't go this week to the store because there was nothing that I needed to buy. So I have absolutely nothing for one of my favorite parts of Thursday night show and tell. I have absolutely no figures. There's nothing. There's not even something just out of reach. I'm still trying to hack away at my figures that I still have to review. I will show one though. So let's see as I grab her from the photo booth. Stay tuned. I'm right here. Okay. This figure is taking longer than I thought to shoot just because there's so much involved with her. But this Hawk girl is a very cool figure. She's using a Wonder Woman buck, which means she's too tall, but she's a really fun figure to pose. And I had her in a really dynamic stance for days because I wanted to see how long she could hold it with these wings because the wings are, as you can see, massive. She held them up that pose for a nice amount of time. She's going to be a tricky one to put onto the shelf though, because she's going to have a wider footprint on your shelf. She can do a pretty nice dual-handed grip, which is nice because sometimes you don't get that. And I also did this just because I wanted to show Hasbro it is possible to have an overhead slashing deal. So, like, with the lightsaber for your Jedi Knights, this is the kind of articulation you need. So again, McFarlane getting it done with this kind of stuff. So she can really hit that pretty nicely. And the wings have a nice wingspan. They come out, got some really good articulation. Of course, she needs like the super steel ankles to hold up all this weight. So she does topple over a bit. And the stand, the regular basic, nice circular stand, doesn't always keep all of this up. Let's see if I can jury rig this really fast so y'all can see. No. Let's see here. Yeah, so she's like trying to tip even here. Just to give you just a really, of course, yeah, see, that ankle is weak. So I've got to figure out something to tighten that up a bit so she will not collapse my Justice League or my Justice Society. Still not sure where I actually want to put her on the shelf. And that's probably why I haven't done so as of yet. Got to figure out who I want to have her taking comparison photos with, the Justice Society, have her paired up with Power Girl or the Justice League, because I don't really have all the members of that Justice League team. No Red Arrow in particular, so I don't know what I want to do with her. We'll see. But what did you all get this week? Patrick P. Hi, how are you today? Northern Nomad. Sup, suckers? Brian P. Are they making a Marvel vs. Capcom version of Spider-Man in that series? What would be the MVC version of Spider-Man? What should he look like? Dark Knight 297. Did you get my message today? I was thinking of for the G.I. Joe 2-pack, the pick of the set. Well, no, to answer your question, but I haven't been on the gram. Let's see here. Here it is. Hey, Jeff, almost forgot to tell you. Thank you for this, my brother. There you go. There is the picture. Happy you got it, Dark Knight 297. Awesome. And we have another recipient of something cool that got delivered. Let me make sure to pull this up. Actually, here it is. From, gosh darn it. Okay. Oh, if only I decided to do any kind of organization and getting things ready, preparation for the show. I need to fire my producer, but it's hard when you can only fire yourself on this kind of stuff. Let's see. It wasn't my downloads. Where did you go? Okay. I know this is like so exciting for y'all to watch, but we had another giveaway winner who received his item. Just because I'm trying to find it at this exact moment. And I'm going to see it as soon as I close up this episode and go, oh, right. That's where I had it. Huh. Let's see. Let's try one more spot. That is so bizarre. Okay. I'll pull that up soon. Anyway, let's go back to the show with stuff I actually did prepare for. King Collector. I was at GameStop today and no one was in line to buy that new Switch. The store was kind of dead today. What was up with the figure scene? Did you see any new figures there? Because that's always the important thing to me. I'm always focused there. JT Yoda, I'm saving your response until we get into it, but I will definitely make sure I put that up. Oh, Enemy Snob. Not you, but the guy that said he didn't want that new Psylocke. Oh, I'm about to say, I for sure am definitely, if I don't get it, it's because I couldn't find her in stores. King Collector. Brian P. Spider-Man was in the game, so he should be with this new wave, but I haven't heard anything. Bobo. What's up, Jeff? How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. How about you, my friend? Excited for Tuesday's Transformer stream so I can pre-order Studio 86 Megatron and the last two Constructicons. So, how many Constructicons are actually available now in hand? I know at least two are another set of, because I know they were doing this weird rollout of them. We had solos, we had two packs. Where are we now with that? Maurice, got my power loot and some random pickups last night. Didn't realize just how many figures I got this month. Okay, so speaking of pile of loot, I did put my Mofex Superboy into my pile of loot. First time doing that. First time caller, long time listener. Excited about getting him. And that prompts me to open up my Eradicator and review him in time for Superboy to arrive. And my Blanca and my Guile. No, not Guile. My Blanca and Sagat are coming out. And when I said Guile, it reminded me that I was lying. I did get something this week. Let me show you in one quick second. So I might have mentioned before that I go out a lot on the weekends to help my wife with her art business. So I went to a spot that had a comic book shop there, and this comic book shop was awesome. It was old school, fully classic, where it was like slightly dingy lighting. They had walls of long white boxes. It was like stepping back into 1995. It's like, this is amazing. And I was just like, oh man, I wish I still had books just without the trade, without having a whole massive collection of trades where I could go, this is the missing comic book from my collection. It was really fun. And as amazed as I was at seeing they had like whole walls of trades, and I was like, this is great. Definitely will be going back there. But the one thing I got from them was something that ironically I could get anywhere else. It was action figures. And I got Guile for my Jada toys. So hopefully by this time next week, he'll be up on the shelf competing against the rest of the World Warriors and Cammy. So I got both of them. So Guile and Cammy should be here in the mix. There we go. In the mix this time next week. Hopefully, and even better, because sometimes, and I understand it, like a specialty store, they may need to raise the prices a little bit. They were $24.99. So that was really awesome. And I was like, I am buying them right now. So that was very cool. A walk through time comic book shop selling modern figures, and they had some old ones too. So it was really cool. Maybe the next time I go by, I'll ask them, yo, could I just take a video showing how cool this is for everybody here watching over at Lyle's Figure Files? And I'll make sure to tell them that I sent you. Northern Nomad. I repurchased the older Mattel DCC Hawk Girl and Hawk Man. That's a really good set. So how much did you end up having to pay for them? Rick Cage, DC Damage, Starman, Icon, King of Fighters Athena? Is that what the KOF is? Hawk, Centaur Knight, Metal Gear. Oh, you said MSG. Heavy Weapon Unit 53, Baron Dieter, Centaur Knight, Max Hulk, Dark Hornet, Battle Angel. Nice. What was your favorite of all those pickups? Brian P. I got the X Factor Cyclops, but once again, another Marvel Legends with paint out problems. Seriously, what is going on in the factory? Where did you get your Cyclops from? Because for me, if I can avoid it, and thankfully they're getting back in stores, you can see the crummy paint jobs. And for the most part, I haven't seen a lot of bad paint jobs on these figures. I've seen Banshee at stores, and he was one I was curious about because yellow is a notoriously weak color to have, in a lot of the figure. So we got like a red and yellow color scheme, a yellow and blue, black, whatever. That and white are the hardest ones to have like a pure one where you don't see that base color shining through, just like your true colors. So what happened with your Cyclops? DJ Jedi, how's it hanging, Loudspeaker Files fam? What's up? How are you? What's new on the ones and twos? G Brew, I got a Jurassic Park World T-Rex for 25 at TJ Maxx. Nice. Ship my pile of loot. X23, Warpath 2-pack. Archangel, Red Sonja, Foot Clan Leo, 2003, Ninja Turtles Leo, vintage sci-fi paperbacks. Nice. What was your favorite pickup? King Collector. Jeff, a lot of customizers use Kiki. Do you hear me? Loose joints solutions to tighten figure joints. It costs around 20 bucks. So I think some of y'all also recommended Mod Podge. Boop. Wait, that was a terrible ad. Boop. And it didn't quite seal it up as well as I would have liked. It was like it worked if I never moved that joint again. And then, of course, the second I did, it started just getting loose all over again. So I might need to try this Kiki. Do you love me? Loose joint steel. Hopefully that'll work this time. Maurice, Nemesis Wave, Maximum, Spidey, Dark Warbird, Bully McGuire. That's funny. Classified 60th Anniversary Diver, Corsair, Monet, Fleischer, Superman, Keaton Batman, Bell Batman. Man, you got a bunch of stuff in that. What was your favorite? G-Brew, my brother and his best friend got their Switch 2s today. My brother had his pre-order for months. His buddy got the last one available that was not a pre-order. That was a real score. That's always satisfying when you got the last one, like, suckers, y'all are sitting in line, but I got the last one. And then you got the GameStop employee going, sorry guys, we've sold out of our last one. Come back. Nice. Robert, I got Iron Grenadier Bat Retro Female Electro for 15. Nice. Where'd you get her for that price from? Brood Wolverine for 10 bucks. Toy Biz Maestro. Nice. Mofex Superboy to finish off the reign of the Superman. Yeah, it kind of bugs me that they're calling it Return of Superman. It's like, nah, man. Reign of the Superman was so cool. Let's not shortchange him and just say it's the Return of Superman, because that was a months and months long project. It was so well done. So cool. Dug it. I still need to get him too, Jamelin. I got Fabian Cortez, the awesome Cyborg Superman. So awesome. Which one did you get? The regular colors or the Target red? What was it? What do they call them? Rage of the Red Lanterns? No, that's not. Is that what they call it? Let's see. Or Revenge of the Green Lanterns. That's what it is. Why do they call it Revenge? Anyway, Jade, nice. Carrie Sane. Yeah, I saw her on shelves too. Nice to see you picked her up. And Spin Master movie, Superman and Mr. Terrific. I may or may not keep those last two. So not really feeling them. Also picked up a couple of Blokies. Is that how we pronounce this? Or Blockies? I'm sure someone here will help me. Oh yeah, forgot to include Female Electro and a couple Lightyear plasma drills. Nice. Jamelin, shout out to the Figure Files crew for the assist on a couple of those. Good job, Figure Files crew. Thank you for helping each other out. Let's see. Mod Podge is more of a sealant than a joint fixer. Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, what is happening? It's not working like a miracle like I was told. Brian, the X Factor Cyclops I got from Amazon. Guess I have to check GameStop. I had problems with Brother Voodoo through Amazon. 3 figures with paint blotch here and there. I wonder what's going on with those. Yeah, but I mean, back in the window, what window phase, it was like rolling the dice, hoping for the best. Fortunately, during that time period, I didn't have a lot of bad issues with the paint. There were a few, but in a couple of those cases, it was the back of the figure, which I would not have been able to see even if the window was available. Hopefully, you'll have better luck this time. Maurice barely unboxed them. Just pulled out the bath pieces to build Nemesis. Hoping to do more this weekend. Nice. Block ease. Thank you. Most is not arrived yet. It was shipped this morning. Okay. Let me know next week what you think. And thank you, Maurice. Block ease. Method to Madness, Black Series Skeleton Crew figures showing up at Ross. I picked up KB last weekend. Tons of the new casting there too. Oh, really? Well, now I'm going to have to go pay a visit to Ross. It's so funny. Reading that, picked up KB. It's like, oh man, where are you finding the KB toys? And it's like, oh no, it's just the KB, the character. Anybody else really miss KB? I feel like when they closed them down, they closed up Toy Works. I had very little reason to go to malls after Suncoast were closed and most of the FYE stopped having much. But it's like, man, there are some real awesome memories of going to the mall and checking out the KB toys. I miss those days. Laura A. Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus arrived from Entertainment Earth tonight. Forgot I purchased it. Only the memory of never seeing it in store nor online. I'm guessing I bought it during the Entertainment Earth deal with Spin X, get Y discount or coupon. That's cool, I say as I think about my Big Bad Toy Store order. Oh boy, that's coming soon. Jamelin, excuse me. It was the regular blue Cyborg suits. The red was on the way though. Nice. Yeah, I got to track down the red one now, and I'm happy about it. But it's like, darn it, now I'm going to be behind even further. My niece ended up with my extra marrow, who she calls Bone Girl. She's played with it enough that there's already paint wear. Niece is putting in serious fun play work with these figures. Jalen, the Spin Master figures are cool. I just don't know if I want to collect the line. I got it. King Collector. I was just thinking that I need to start back shopping in comic shops too. I used to buy and order tons of figures from my local comic store, and I stopped going there. So this one that I just stumbled upon, because the last time I was in that area was closed. I was like, oh man, I wish I'd gone earlier because it was so cool. But the other one that I go to all the time, and I mentioned Third Eye Comics, they're really cool because they also don't charge some ridiculous markup price point. So Marvel Legends are $24.99 there, and they tend to have really good sales. Like they'll do a 20% off sale here and there. That's what I tend to stock up on my stuff. So it's great because unlike some stores like Walmart, who never have any sales in stores, I can wait for a nice sale and get some figures at a good price while supporting my local comic book shop. And I guess the next one is going to be the 4th of July. So just a few more weeks and now take advantage of another sale. So I got to put my list of figures I want to get and pick them up there. Rick H. Dark Hornet is my star. Love my Cybergirls icon. Is my only second because I don't like that costume. I've never ever seen before. Yeah, I wish they had gone with the classic for icon. I would have picked that up so fast. This one, I'm like, I just don't have the attachment to it. And I don't think the design is as cool. Dark Knight 297. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you so much. Those of you who already have, I appreciate it. Michael Solis, I am starring your comment too. Ryan, Scrapper and Bone Crusher are the ones that are out cool. The Hook and Long Haul 2-pack should ship in August. Just need Scavenger and Mixmaster. So I think right now, no, because it's not. It's somebody else they put out. But Entertainment Earth had like, hey, we got some new Transformers, and I was excited. And so I got get another chance to get Reflector. And but they also had like, oh, cool, who's the Decepticon? And I was like, oh, great, shop now. And I was like, why is Road Hauler 214? Of course, I missed this whole thing. It says he's a masterpiece. So I don't remember them doing any masterpiece versions of the Decepticons or the Constructicons. That's going to be really interesting. Are they going to make a masterpiece scale Devastator? Crazy if they did. But this dramatic capture set, which I do need to make a link for, it's pretty cool. You get Reflector and you get Thundercracker. I would have really liked this to get Reflector because I've already got a really great Thundercracker and there's no real difference with him. But this is pretty cool. I like this 3-pack of those guys. And I think this is one of these other deals we're going to see at the next live stream from Hasbro when they get around to it, which is funny because it just seems like so much stuff that they're going to be showing to us we've already seen, including this guy who I am very, very excited about. Finally, I would have waited not an eternity for it because my patience would not last nearly that long. It's this guy, and he looks awesome. Studio Series 86 Megatron. And oh yeah, this is I'm pretty sure we're going to see the pre-order, the official pre-order. There's already been a pre-order which you could do last week. They got tipped y'all off. I think the VIP members got that heads up for me, but yeah, very cool. And looking forward to seeing him in hand, having him lead my Decepticons. I have the Earthrise Megatron. I never opened them because I was really hoping for a Studio Series version. And like, so here he goes. Now for the disappointment and chagrin of so many unrealistic collectors. He's not a gun. He is a tank. And again, I just don't understand why people would complain about having Megatron as a tank because it doesn't make any sense to have him as a real life gun that you don't fire. And it's only going to cause problems. And like, literally, he's the only one where people go, oh man, he's not a gun. And he's just, we have a, and they always make sure to include a Megatron scale gun that goes with Starscream or Thundercracker or Skywarp or Soundwave. So it's not like Megatron was this gigantic gun in the cartoon. He was small, and most of the Decepticons have that. I'm sure the Studio Series Megatron is going to have a small form gun version of him to use his transform self. I'm never going to transform him into a tank after I do my initial review. He's just going to be in bot mode the rest of the time. And then when he transforms, I'm going to go whoop, whoop. Here you go, Starscream, hold Megatron. And that's going to be all it is. So I never really understood that complaint. But let me know what you guys think about that. All right, H. Rothgars, I'm saving yours. My old Archangel has been hanging from my ceiling for years, just decided to fall. So that was great. Didn't sound great. King Elector. Yeah, KB always had some rare finds too. I remember I first stumbled across Zap Force there, and that was a really good line of figures at the time. Only found in KBs. I've never heard of Zap Force. I'm gonna have to Google this after the show. That sounds kind of interesting though. It's Rothgars. KB got me back into collecting with that awesome 124 scale Subaru WRX Rally Transformers, Alternators, Smokescreen. Oh man, I remember the Alternators line. Wow. Man, just it's so weird because I had not thought about that line with so many awesome Transformer stuff over the years. But yeah, I remember that line. Rip KBs, absolutely. Lar for Masterpiece Scale Devastator, best chances go the third party route. Multiple companies making versions of Constructicons, so it's another Devi war that's ensuing. Who's gonna win? Rick Cage. All Seekers save one have been made in the Masterpiece line. Ice Storm never got a Masterpiece. However, there are third party versions. It's so weird because there's some really interesting one. I think there's like an acid rated one. I was like, that's cool, but I only need 6 Seekers. The cartoon ones. Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Dirge, Ramjet, Thrust. I'm good. But the other ones look cool. The paint jobs are like, oh man, that's really fun. I'm like, nah, I don't need any more. Got really good ones there. Michael Solis. I grew up only knowing Megatron as a tank. Wow, still weird to me that people were like, he turns into a gun. It's just so interesting. Ryan P, I'm saving your comment now about the best build a figure. I will get to those soon. Rest assured. Let's see here. Is there anything else I want to get to? Oh, yes. This. And boy, Twitter's an interesting place today. But this interesting bit of news popped up. Toy Collector had its new issue, the July-August edition, coming soon, and they previewed the latest McFarlane Monster 2-pack. It's a massive Godzilla and a new Wonder Woman. So very interesting. And check out her magical lasso here. It looks a little bit longer than the other one we've had before. And I know some collectors are upset because it's like, this is the same look as she's got in the movie verse. But Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong came out this week, or installment 2 of this thing. And this is basically the outfit she's got in that comic book. So it's not like they're going wild. They're not just going rogue, doing some foolishness. And this head sculpt for Wonder Woman looks pretty cool too. So, what do y'all think? You're going to get this set? I'm sure they're really going to try to make it so there's no way you can get this exact Wonder Woman again outside of getting this Godzilla figure to go along with her. What do y'all think? I don't think it looks bad though. I think it's a pretty nice Wonder Woman head sculpt. Laurie, I've got multiple masterpiece scale Megatrons years ago that arrived in bot mode that I've never transformed. Yeah, man. It's like, I don't know what the deal is with me with him. It's just like, it never really made a lot of sense, and I never needed to transform him because they always included a separate gun mode for him that fits in everybody else's hands. G-Brew KB Toys was closer than Toys R Us, and the stuff my brother and I were interested in was much cheaper than other stores, so our parents were more willing to take us there. Michael Solis. But I am now one of the people who joined the cult of buying Transformers that don't transform. Will you join us? We get free ice cream on Sunday. Free ice cream? Say more. Maurice, if that's on the Batman versus Superman buck, it'll be disappointing. What's so bad about that one? That figure looked pretty cool. I never picked it up, but just looking at it at GameStop and several times, like, this is a pretty nice looking Wonder Woman figure. What's up, Vegas Sticky? When are we going to get a Perez 80s Robin figure? Keep up the great work. Thank you. I don't know. I would love to. I don't know if that's in the works though. I don't know if that's something we could hope for because we are getting a Perez era Nightwing. If I can hurry up and pull that up quickly. If I can hurry up and pull it up quickly. There we go. Use your words. Here you go. So that's coming this summer. And I think this is going to be the closest Perez version that we get. So you can see already he's got those shoulders that the other Nightwing had. It's going to have this ugly break because of that shoulder point. But in all other regards, it looks like a really well done George Perez, Dick Grayson figure. Not Nightwing, but a really nice looking night. That's it. Really, yeah, it's not Robin, but it's going to be a really great looking Nightwing. And I don't know if we're going to get another Robin before it's time to be all wrapped up and done. We'll see. I really hope we do get one because I want to get a whole. Wait, I'm thinking all that. I didn't actually pull up the window so you could see what I was talking about. There we go. That's what we're getting from them. He looks really good. Very cool looking Nightwing figure. And I really hope we can get more new Teen Titans styled by George Perez so we can get a Jericho, Starfire, Cyborg, Wonder Girl, Raven. I mean, we got a collection of Teen Titans like the modern era, but I really want the Perez one, and that's the one. We get that team completed. I would consider that a huge win for McFarlane and definitely something I want to see before it's done. They could do a whole other wave of a Build-A-Figure set to make it done and get it complete faster. Give us a Robin, give us a Kid Flash. I guess we do have a Kid Flash. Give us a Robin, Cyborg, Starfire, Wonder Girl, make Raven a Build-A-Figure, just make all the Build-A-Figure parts her cape. Yeah, I'd really love to see that. So hopefully we'll get that squared away. And no worries. I know autocorrect is just, it has a mind of its own sometimes. It's all good. Brian P. People complain about Megatron not turning into a gun. How many times did he turn into a gun on the show? Not a lot. Everyone's going to have him in that awesome looking robot mode. What's the issue? It's a robot. I mean, I think it'd be one thing if you had him facing off against Prime in his Autobot mode, his tractor trailer mode. But most of us don't really have our Transformers in car mode. I have like this weird hybrid thing going. It's more for space than anything else. Where I have some of the Autobots in their car, Jeep, fire truck mode. Others I have standing in their alt modes, rolling around, chilling, aiming their guns at the Decepticons. And then I had them in their jet modes and their insect modes, and then of course some of their robot modes. When I got Motor Master, I then took all the Stunticons and just made Minosaur. So I don't know. I'm with you on that one. Method of Madness. My Optimus Prime that got signed by Peter Cullen. Way to flex. Doesn't transform, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Is this sitting on my desk? Mint in box. Very nice. How is he to me? G Brew. I'll have to see the actual Wonder Woman figure before I know if the figure has the build I want for Diana. My niece would love that set though. Wonder Woman and Godzilla, she'd flip. You have her reading the comic book? That has been really fun. King Collector. Yeah, I've been using the Combiner Wars Devastator from my Masterpiece collection, but I just got a 3D printed G1 cartoon version, 22 inches. It's awesome. Arctic Painting Studios is a seller. Okay, send me a picture of that too. I'd love to see how that turned out. Oh, Maurice, it looks cool, but in hand it feels floppy. Fingers felt like they were about to break off trying to put her sword in. Not any specific thing, but a bunch of little ones adding up. I wonder if they fixed some of those issues. Huh. DJ Jedi. Megatron is a gun on a turret with treads. What's not to love? Say, I'm right here with you. We get the best of everything with that. Dark Knight 297. I'm over 50 and I'm knocking at the door. Hello? It's old school Megatron, old school gun Megatron is my only Megatron. Rick Cage. My favorite Decepticon is Shockwave. Being a ray gun isn't as complicated as a pistol, right? Thought Megatron being a size shifted object cool. I have a third party one that stays in gun mode, the MDLX. Nice. Method of Madness. I grew up with Gun Megatron, but T-Rex Megatron is a fave too. Oh, yes. Ryan Daly. I think Megatron should have stayed a gun, but to make it make sense, his robot mode is only a foot tall. Shrimp. We would have like a shrimp Megatron the size of Rumble going, hey, get it in gear, Starscream. My niece is 5 and can't read yet. She does have some comics though. Nice. Method to Madness. Cullen is amazing. If you get a chance to see him at signings, it's well worth the money. I feel like he's one that I would do that with. There's a lot where I'm like, yeah, you've already made too much money. You don't need my $20, $30, or $150 so you can do an awkward photo with me. No, thank you. Sorry, to be fair, Megatron turned into a gun a lot more times than Optimus pulled out his Energon axe. Yeah, just about every Optimus release has that axe as an accessory. But the Energon axe is so cool. Gotta use that as an accessory. All right, let's see what else was news for this week because there was a ton. So Hot Toys decided to enter the conversation with hey, y'all haven't been talking about us enough here on Loud Figure Files. So they dropped this incredible artisan edition Age of Apocalypse Weapon X from his appearance. Sorry if it's a spoiler at this point of Weapon X from Deadpool and Wolverine. Just incredible. So the artisan edition means they have like the really souped up hair and it looks great. And this figure just is incredible. This likeness of Hugh Jackman. One of my buddies like, this is hard to believe this is a toy. And it's so true because it is just like, gosh, that's incredible. I mean, they did so much justice to this outfit where it's like, hey, Hot Toys, we're going to get any more Age of Apocalypse X-Men? Yes, please. But man, that looks awesome. Just a really well done likeness for him. Here you can see he's got the rolling eyeballs. I mean, can you imagine any closer likeness to Hugh Jackman than this figure? Crazy. And they did a really nice job on the red stripes because it's not quite tiger striped anymore, but that looks great. And here's one where I think the artisan edition really, really turned out nicely. I mean, the facial hair just looks intense. It is like, wow, I can't blow it up enough to start making them look phony. This is great work here. I mean, like if you showed someone this image and you blanked out Hot Toys, they just go, what a good, cool picture of Hugh Jackman. I feel like most people would not go, oh, this is an action figure. Now, granted, you're going to pay a lot more than an action figure price for this, but that's incredible. Stunning hair craftsmanship. Absolutely. I mean, it's just amazing what they're doing with these. Let's see. Here's another look at it here. So you can get a full look at the costume. And you see they've got the stump too. So it's not just that part. I mean, look at how great that turned out. I'm really in the, you know what? I wouldn't be upset if we got a whole line of Age of Apocalypse figures because that looks incredible. Just really good. I mean, Cyclops with this style, really cool. Storm, Banshee. I mean, man, Gambit. Good grief. That'd be something to get as a collection there. Let's see. I'm on this one here. Here's another one. Just a really great job with that figure. I'm so impressed with how they turned out. And here you go. Just in case you needed a reference for it, there he is facing off with Deadpool. What a great shot that is, too. But I mean, that's incredible. Great stuff as usual from the crew at Hot Toys. But this artisan edition figures really blowing my mind. All right, let's see here. What else was on tap? And then Creations Mattel dropped this little gem for us. Got the CM Punk Ultimate Edition based on his ECW look when he wins or has the ECW championship. It's been a while since I watched it to get this exact reference for it. But here's this CM Punk. Great job on the t-shirt. And of course, since he's the Ultimate Edition, he's got multiple portraits. I really like this one. This really captures his likeness, his youthful likeness best. Here's another one. He's smiling and happy. And here's his fired up and ready to go. I feel like 45 is a lot for an Ultimate Edition figure. They're normally $32.99. I don't see where we're getting all that difference. And I know this one's got like, oh, check out this packaging, but it's certainly not enough to me to warrant this. And I know other sites that have exclusive WWE products charge this much, but I really feel like they should have thrown in just something else because, boy, this is just, hey, we know y'all like CM Punk. Let's make this a figure for you. So it's okay, but boy, that's gonna be a hard sell for me to plunk down that $45 plus shipping for this figure. What do y'all think? Dark Knight. I'm sorry, King Collector says Dark Knight. I 100% agree. Gun Megatron all the way, but my masterpiece 36 Megatron will never be transformed back into that gun. Not gonna happen. Recage. Soundwave, my second favorite Decepticon, turns into a tape recorder. Pim particles are from Cybertron. Right. That's where Ultron came from. King Collector. Are you sure that's a real Age of Apocalypse Wolverine figure or an AI render? It's insane, isn't it? I mean, it is just like I can't believe they pulled that off and made that look so great. Um, it goes up for pre-order tomorrow. Let me make sure I get that. And they had this deal where you can register, you can RSVP to get in line to get the figure, which I think is just a whole other level of like we're gonna make sure we don't have a bunch of bots getting this thing. But you can do this right now to get this bad boy. So it's coming out tomorrow. It's a limited edition. I think what they say. Is it 1,000? It's not a ton of copies on this thing. But yeah. Why they did it this way. Yeah, I wish I saw that. I should have grabbed the information from the press release from the sideshow. That way I could tell you really. Let me see if I can track that down now. In case you actually did want to know. The next. That should be easy. Let me go to my guy, Andy. There it is. Okay, how many editions of this are they making? Oh, 2,500 units. So not a ton, not as few as I thought, but definitely not a lot of those. So if you're interested, I would definitely recommend getting in on that early because that might be a little bit harder to grab. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, next week, June 10th, we get our next Transformers live stream because Wednesdays are all about Yojo June. So we got our Transformers live stream, and we're gonna see that Megatron officially up for pre-order. I think this is so funny because it's like, oh yeah, we forgot to put this up. So we'll have the official looks, more studio series of figures that we know. I just feel like they let the thunder get stolen from them with Transformers. But it would be cool to hear all the details, listen to Mark talk about all the cool design elements. So we'll see. Can't wait to grab that. Monkey Dave. What's up, Monkey Dave? The artist in Hot Toys figures are like 200 extra for the wool rooted hair. I feel like you have to be a really big fan of that character to get him, or you just really like how it turned out. And I feel like that one is a really nicely done figure. I mean, I'm probably not going to pay $400 for an Age of Apocalypse Weapon X Wolverine figure, but I probably would dive all in if they were just like, all right, here we go, to do a whole Age of Apocalypse movie, and we got more than just that one-off Wolverine. Brian P. I hope they show that rumored Slug Slinger Sandstorm 2-pack on the stream. What's that era from? Not familiar with those two characters. But that's the thing with Transformers. I always feel like half the time I'm not interested because it's just beyond what I know. We'll see. And there's gonna be a lot of live stream actions going on here. It's like 550 with tax, tariffs, and shipping too. Yeah, you got to factor that in, at least for now. Also, next week, June 12th, is it's wild. We got Transformers on Tuesday. We got Yojo June Part 2 Wednesday. Thursday, another edition of the McFarlane Toy Show, episode 5 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't wait. Don't be late for it. They're going to show off more stuff. They said there's going to be a Superman Day special where they're going to focus on a lot of the McFarlane Superman, movie figures. So that'll be cool. But they did also mention they're going to show some more DC figures. So let me see if I can pull this up also very quickly. I have a sneaky suspicion of some of the figures. We'll see. Because they were the other ones that we did not see at the previous one. So let me pull that up for you really quickly, and I'll see. We can compare our notes to see if I was actually right. So, of course, there's a really good chance we'll see Nightwing, Monarch, Batgirl, and Batman. A Batman that I think is going to fit so much better with the Justice League from Grant Morrison and Howard Porter compared to that original one they gave us and the Build-A-Figure Plastic Man wave. Ironic. But we could also see Mr. Bones, Superboy, Wonder Woman, Golden Age. She's going with the Justice Society shelf. That Wonder Woman looks like she could be really cool. Let's see what else is another couple figures we could see. These figures, we've already seen Dark Archer, Merlin, Dark Stars, and Kite Man. So I'm thinking maybe we could see Beast Boy, Mirror Master, Metron, and Destro Classic. Hopefully he will be absolutely no trouble to find. And also Mr. Miracle, Sandman, and Night Quest Azrael. New Superman or New 52 Superman, people already find it in stores. And of course, a lot of us have tracked down or are still getting the Cyborg Superman. And I wish that Sandman were a little bit different just so I could make him easier, because I'm kind of thinking I need to find another suit body that I can more easily make the Justice Society Wesley Dodds, try to figure out a purple cape to put around him. I guess this gas mask is just going to have to work, but that's the version I want. This one's a little bit too far off from that look for me, so I'll have to do some compromises for it. But I think, darn it, I keep messing up and screwing this up again. Here is what I've been talking about on screen. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Here you go. There's that Sandman I was just talking about. The Night Quest, Azrael, Mr. Miracle. Let me pull up these other ones. There is Beast Boy, Mirror Master, Metron, Industrial Classic, Mr. Bones, Superboy, Wonder Woman, and here's Batman, Batgirl, Monarch, and Nightwing again. So we'll see how many of those figures we see coming up this week or next week. Brian P. Their G1 era. Slug Slinger was a Decepticon target master, and Sandstorm was an Autobot triple changer. I just was not a fan of the Target Masters, the whole headmaster thing. I think that's when they started to lose me. I don't know why. It was just like the whole gimmick of it was weird. Like we got little transforming guns and heads. I don't know. It's just not my jam. Yeah, if it's not G1 Transformers, I don't really don't know what everyone is talking about. Never heard of Slug Slinger. Yeah. What's up, Christopher Vose? What's up, bro? Shot. Hey, Miles Figure Files crew. That cyborg Superman looks cool. He does, bro. Shot. Come through. I'll show them to you next time you're over. Brian P. Slug Slinger and the other two Target Masters are in season 3 of the original show and later on the Japanese Headmaster show. Hey, Brian, how does one find the Japanese Headmaster show? Because I heard some really cool stuff about it. Did they ever dub it in English over here at all, or what? Is this just something to find in the dark recesses of YouTube? G Brew, I need that Mr. Miracle, but I'm gonna be furious if Todd neglects to make a big barter to go with Scott Free. I know you were definitely clear on that, and I feel like he will. The room. Wish the room. Gosh, the room. I feel like there's a lot of movies with that title. I'll have to check that out soon. King Collector. Might check the Japanese stuff if I can find it. Same. Oh, Method to Madness. I saw that Marvel Girl in Target out of town last weekend. Thought the paint job was really bad. It's really bad. Oh man, the green and the yellow X are not cooperating. Is that what was wrong with it? And did you just see one? I hope that's not a widespread issue with her. Be a real problem if that's the case. Because despite the lack of the yellow boots, saying it again, take a drink of your water bottle. Every time I mention the lack of yellow boots on Marvel Girl. Brian P. There's a subtitle DVD set of Headmasters, Super God, Master Force, and Victory. They were also sold separately, but good luck and find it and at a cheap price. Well, there are conventions for a reason. Thank you. So now I've got something to go look for. All right, good deal. Is there anything else I want to talk about before getting on to our main topic? Oh, yes. Jada Toys is trying to make me double up. No mace needed. Oh, the room. Whew. And I did see the Disaster Artist. Yes, I do remember that. Let me see. So we've got this. These pictures have come out. Jada Toys showed us the bottom one, and somehow we got leaked images of this one. But as you can see here, it's the regular version of Dawson in his Player 2 outfit. My preferred color scheme for him, which I thought was just really hot. Not cool this time. And you can see the accessory is the burning fighter that he's going against. How cool, pun intended, is that? That's amazing. And this works for anything. I mean, because those figures are 6-inch scale. That's going to work really well for, I mean, geez, you could make that work for your G.I. Joe Classified series, Firefighters. You would use this for Torch. He's flaming up somebody who's crossed the dreadnoughts. I mean, there's so much potential with this. It's like, who cares about double dipping on a Dawson? But also, he comes with Yoga Flame. And what I think is super cool here is we're also getting the, torch spewing, fire spewing head sculpt in the original colors. That is a little nice little, hey, here's a bone for you guys. I thought that was really neat. And so I'm very excited about getting that. Yeah. So it's really cool. And then the other one, though, because he's not the only one, he's joined by another one we're going to see probably very soon, is this guy. M. Bison, his Player 2 colors, and he's got what seems like it's going to be a bunch of stuff. Not quite sure how this is going to work, but it looks like you put these two elements there to surround him for his psycho power. And, of course, you take the cape off. And then you got all this going here so you can surround him in the flames. And you got the blue flame, dude, which, of course, you could use for like a Sub-Zero, Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze, anybody who's doing some of those effects. And again, you've got the extra head sculpts that match up with the original version of Bison. Nice touch. I mean, these extra elements, though. I mean, this is a really, really cool exclusive accessory piece. And I'm not like, oh man, I got to double up and get all the player two ones. But I think these two are really worthwhile. And depending on how much they cost, definitely something I'll need to investigate and check out. All right. So they only had one of her and tons of Xavier. That makes sense. What's up, Snake Eyes? Late again, I've just been so tired because I've been working. Work will do that to you. Christopher Rose. Star Collectible says, anything you can do, I can do better. Jada Toy says, hold my beer. Really does seem like it. Laurie, pretty sure the Target Masters and Headmasters are still G1, just like the last season in the US. Japanese did a different storyline for them. Cyclonus said no to becoming a headmaster, but let them be a gun. I do remember that part. Yeah, the whole that was wild. Ski Raider, Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame, ugh, ugh, ugh. Continue? Yes. Snake Eyes. I can see using that man on fire from Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain. Yes. All right. So now I think that was everything I wanted to get to before our topic. Oh no, there's just one more thing because this was just ridiculously cool. And I definitely want to talk about this. So Eagle Force has a 2025 Joe Fest exclusive Downtown Sergeant Brown. Really fast, what movie do you see here from this one? And if this were a 6-inch figure, it would be bought so quickly. But I mean, this is just like I can't believe they're making this into a figure. And I'm like, man, I don't need 3.75-inch figures, but wow, can I really say no to this? Because it just looks so great. And in case you were lost, here you go. Just to make it really clear and plain, check out the back. I mean, this is not Axel. They should say absolutely not Axel here. He just looks so cool. And then they got a little art for it too. He didn't come home looking for trouble, but trouble found him. And man, seriously, if they would make that figure 6 inches, all about it, because that's incredible. Axel Foley? Yes. Banana in the tailpipe. I'm just doing the neutron dance. That's definitely Axel Charlie Murphy. Hums Axel F for the rest of the day. Right. Hey man, I ain't falling for no banana in my dang tailpipe. It's like I saw it, I was like, this is incredible. Right. Maurice, that would be an absolute can't miss for me. I'm like, I've got to get this figure. King Electric. Is it a chance this might be 6 inches? I don't think so. And this scale is just a temptation, right? I mean, it's just like, come on, that is amazing. Free Cage, Street Fighter, 3.75. I'm all in. Yes, sir. Definitely one of the simplexes. Fire Form, we need 6-inch too. Fire Fam, we need 6. Yeah. I feel like that's one if they were to just put out in the 6-inch format. Everyone would be like, yes. And they would sell out of that thing so fast. They'd go, maybe we should do 6-inch figures for all these really cool options here. Because they have some really cool Eagle Force figures. I wish I just had the space to get them. But it's like, all right, I got it. I got to stay with 6-inch figures at this point. Easy buy at 112. Now how to make a scar. Right. Billion Taggart 2. Sold out 6 inches. Billion Tiger 2, 6 inches sold out, fam. Facts. Yeah, I mean, it would be that simple and that easy for me too. It's just like, whoa. Yeah, that's one where I know their normal thing. It's a smaller scale, but they would have so many people buying that. And we wouldn't need it to be like Eddie Murphy's just, hey, this is Downtown Brown. We're all good. And it's a big wink to everybody. You could turn a Happy Hogan into a tagger without too much trouble. There you go. It's true. That makes sense. Eagle Force is an awesome line. The scale is a deal breaker, King Collector. They have really cool figures. And I'm like, oh man, that was great. I would really get into it. But it's like their price for that scale is a little bit too much because it's like more than a 6-inch figure. It is. Oh man. That figure looked really great. Secret is still waiting on that 6-inch Mega Force Ace Hunter Eagle Force Voyagers. Yeah, just unfortunate. Okay, so now I talked about all the cool stuff I saw this week. Now I turn this to you all, and I want to make sure I got this one right because what scale is Eagle Force? Not familiar with it. Let me go real fast. They are exclusively available at Big Bad Toy Store. So let me do this for you and show you all the stuff that they do with Eagle Force because it's not just these guys. So, like, take a look at some of the other options of figures they've got out here for you. It's like, check out the Keanu Reeves right here. I mean, they have stuff that's just like, oh, come on. I mean, check it out. It's a Keanu Reeves figure. And we've got this the not $6 million man. There's so many cool options for these figures that I would buy so fast in a 6-inch scale. And it's just like, oh man, why can't you be like this one? I'm pretty sure this is their Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's $27 and he's 4 inches. It's like, oh man, but this is a really cool figure. He's a Grim Reaper second in command. It's like, oh, that would have been great to get in the 6-inch format. But it's just like, oh, they've got so many cool looking. That's weird because they had a whole lot more on their site a while back, but they would be sold so quickly. And I almost feel like if they were to charge $50 for 6-inch figures, I would understand it and go, okay, well, they're a limited run. I'll pay that price for them. But it's just, oh man. Right. Charlie Brown, Blockhead. They got Joe Brody, which is the older Super Joe Commander. A lot of awesome commanders. The Voyagers is 6-inch Monster Force and Crimson Moon R2. Fresh Monkey Fiction, killing it. 118, we need that 112-2 Eagle Force for sure. You could also pass for Mel Gibson with a push. Yeah. Laurie, Joy Toy has been killing it with 118. Oh, I didn't realize that was their scale. But I wish they did 127 and 128 since they scaled well with mass. Probably would have sold better if they just called them 124 scale and kept same size. Probably. Rick Cage, Jeff, don't look at Toys Alliance and Joy Toy, who does Warhammer figures to go to 175. Wow. That is not cheap either. That's crazy. But it's wild up here for some of this stuff, man. It's just like, but that would have been a really cool way to go. So let me check here, make sure I can find my because sometimes I get some really awesome ideas for episodes, and I want to make sure that I am giving the person who gave me the suggestion the proper credit. So let's see here. Let me see, make sure I got this right. Yes, great. Damon Parks, VIP member and a longtime friend of the program, said, have you ever done a best build a figure episode? And I haven't. So now we're going to take care of that right this moment. So let's talk about your 5 favorite build a figures. In the thumbnail, I had a few of mine. The Age of Apocalypse Colossus, which I really thought they did a great job on. And of course, Hasbro, that was part of their whole Age of Apocalypse wave of figures. And I was just really like, man, they put a lot of work into that figure. And yeah, here he is. I had to pull it up real fast. But I thought this was a really great figure. A ton of original sculpting. And the head sculpt really had the intensity of the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. Some of his parts with the gear were a little bit, you need to kind of keep them in place a little bit better. But overall, a really well done figure. And his scale is great. I mean, look at all this. This is straight up, we can't use this for anything else with another Colossus figure. I do think they could use this torso and arms for an Outback Colossus and call it a day. But I mean, look at all this. They put a ton of work into this, and building this guy up was like, oh man, this is awesome. So very cool stuff. And really, it's like, I can't believe this. Here he is with some of those other Age of Apocalypse figures. Really, really well done. And it was like, I can't believe we got this guy. And he really turned out great. Great articulation. I mean, very expressive head sculpts. And here's with the other one, Sugar Man. They did some really, really good work on these. And again, Hasbro Marvel Legends team, we still need more of the Age of Apocalypse figures. So this guy was awesome. And he and Kitty Pryde, these two made for a really great pairing too. So just I was blown away by this guy. The quality all around was exceptional. So certainly one of my favorites. Now let me check the comments because I know some of y'all have posted some comments in there as well. Christopher, I thought he looked pretty cool. The price tag's a little dicey, but I thought they did nice work for him. And Christopher says, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Maurice, haven't really done many Build-A-Figures. Think I only have Nemesis, What If Watcher, Kenoshu, What If Ultron, Smart Hulk, and Zabu. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Consider the Transformers, Combiners, Gestalt figures, Build-A-Figures for sure. Definitely put them in there. G-Brew, my favorite Build-A-Figures. Age of Apocalypse, Colossus. Yes. 2, Sauron. Number 3, Hasbro Apocalypse. Number 4, Bone Breaker. He is pretty good too. 5, Warlock. Number 6, Genocide. Yeah. Like Bone Breaker is very sneaky as a great Build-A-Figure. JT Yoda. I think Bing Bang Boom might be the currently best Build-A-Figure that doesn't have another version. And I wonder if they'll make one as nice even if he's made again. I think if when they get around to him, I think there's one or two ways we'll see him. One, through that deluxe program, like we have with the Sentinels coming and Dragon Man, or they just go, we're going to go all out. He's going to be one of the few HasLab figures that should sell. Excuse me. We can put him out and have no problem. And I don't know which way they would go with. I mean, I feel like that deluxe might be a little small for him, but to do him justice, I don't know if a Galactus, a Sentinel scale is big enough. I don't know. He would be one that'd be really interesting to see which direction they go with. I do feel like even if they're going, we don't have a lot of great HasLab Marvel character options. He's one of the few that I think they could get away with doing, and one they probably would. But yeah, that one, he was tricky because you had to buy 2 full waves of figures. And that was probably one of them where I know where some people hate on Build-A-Figures, the idea of having to buy multiple characters you don't want just to complete a Build-A-Figure that you do. That was one where it's like, because that was the days where Hasbro wasn't quite hitting on their Marvel Legends and the figure quality was kind of dicey, but the Build-A-Figure Bing Bang Boom was awesome. You had to get 2 waves to get him, but he really did look like he was worth it. Michael Solis, if we're talking about best Build-A-Figure, I'm going to exclude Toy Biz because the answer will simply be Galactus or Sentinel. Well, they did other ones too, but if we're going to go modern, the answer has to be MCU Hulkbuster. That one was so good that I did not feel the need to get the standalone deluxe one. I was like, yeah, but I've got that Hulkbuster, and that was pretty awesome, and it fits in just fine as a regular Hulkbuster, so I don't need it. And I did get that one and did review it, so I can pull that up real fast to further go along with your statement. But I mean, that thing is massive, it's huge, it's wide. Yeah, maybe you could argue that it needs some more paint apps, but it's huge. This is what he looked like against the Face Off Hulk. That was, I mean, it shows you how long ago that came out, but it still holds up pretty well. This is with what was this company? They had a really nice deluxe Age of Ultron Iron Man. It fit in really well. And you can see how much bigger he looks next to some of these other figures. And he just he was one that was like when I was rearranging my figure shelf, like how to incorporate this guy. He can even do the landing pose pretty well, which is impressive. He's got really good articulation. See him going against the Robo Hulk figure, Gargoyle inside. So he was really fun to put together. And here it is battling against the Hulk. Reminds me, I probably need to have him go against the newest Hulk figure I have. But yeah, I mean, this is a really solid figure. And I think again, one where you really got your money's worth out of the Build-A-Figure concept. And this is when we weren't getting those micro size. Hey, here's a mantis, here's a hit monkey, here is a full-on giant size figure. And now we get those in deluxe formats. But this Hulkbuster Iron Man was a really great, strong build a figure. Definitely one worth celebrating. Let's see what else here. So that was Michael Solis. H. Rothgar says 5 Sauron. And I feel like I still haven't done my Sauron review, so I don't have that one. Monster Venom, a good one. Toy Biz Apocalypse. Let's see. Can you all see my Toy Biz Apocalypse? He is right there. Right there. My hand is, yeah, big, massive. Maybe a little bit too big and massive because I don't really know what to do with that figure because it's not like he grows massive and big in the comics, but a really well done figure. Then you also said number 2, Toy Biz Sentinel. Yeah. Number 1, Fing Fang Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Those are really solid choices too. That Monster Venom, sneaky, really good one. Brian P. I can't pick only 5 favorite Build-A-Figures. So, Toy Biz Sentinel, Bing Bang Boom, Sauron, Apocalypse, Hasbro. Okay, mixing it up. Sugarman, Chode, Warlock, DCUC, Solomon Grundy. Yeah, we gotta mention those. I did have several Build-A-Figures from DC Classics, and I got a bunch of them. Chemo was one I really liked. I thought they did an awesome job knocking that figure out just to get his look. I mean, he didn't need a bunch of articulation. Let me see here if I can pull him up for those of you who don't remember him. He's not that expensive to track down, actually. Um, but I thought they just did a really nice job with his whole gimmick and pulling it off. And that were the days where you really didn't need to worry about, oh man, do I want these figures? Because when they were cranking them out, they were really well done. Here's what that build a figure looks like. And like, I love the way they did the translucent effect here, where it's like, oh wow, he didn't have a ton of articulation, but he didn't need it. He really looked good though, and a fun figure to put together. Oh, let's see. There's a bunch of comments that I was talking through. So let me go back to them and then I'll go back to more of those really great DC classics Build-A-Figures. Oh, there we go. Jamelin. That Colossus is one of my favorite Hasbro Build-A-Figures. Because the work they put in it, the work they put into that figure is just mind blowing. Especially when you look at like what we're getting now with some of this stuff. That Colossus was a work of art, and I was like, "Yo, y'all got to do all the Age of Apocalypse figures now." Because having him and Shadow Cat, it was like, this is great. The whole Gen X crew, do it up. Maurice, I want to get Warlock because New Mutants. And Warlock is a fun builder figure, but we don't have enough of those New Mutant figures. G-Bro had that OG Toy Biz Bonebreaker as a kid, and always had a soft spot for the character as a result. Ryan Daly says Gorilla Grodd from DC Classics. Yes. He was one I want a little bit more articulation and a little bit more of a savage, angry expression. Because I feel like that was one thing that was kind of missing from it. It was like, you don't look mean enough, Gorilla Grodd. You look like you're more Solivar. And I never quite understood the whole point of his pieces. It was like, oh, what's happening here? But again, this was in the great era of DC Classics where everything was amazing. So putting together a build a figure was really easy because it was like, well, I'm getting all these figures anyway. And these pictures come courtesy of Millionaire Playboy. And I mean, who are you complaining about having to buy to get this Gorilla Grodd? You got an awesome Black Manta, Electric Blue Superman, Harley Quinn, a great Aquaman, one of the best Aquaman figures we've ever gotten, a really good Firestorm figure, and you get all those figures and get this amazing Gorilla Grodd. That was a really awesome one. It was Mashur Mala, a build a figure, or just a deluxe. I put him on that list too. Christopher Vos, Bat Signal, Man Thing, Sasquatch, and Zabu are the only build a figures I've completed. Okay. Oh, and Lobo too. Yeah, that Lobo. I actually like that one. He pairs in a lot better with the DC UC classics than the DC multiverse. And the DC multiverse had some really good ones. Maurice, oh yeah, got Sasquatch too, but I got him as an assembled figure to go with the Alpha Flight box set. He was one that was fun to put together. Ryan, Gorilla Grodd, Stilt Man, and he's what I still need to build, and it's so annoying. I have like half the parts for him, but I need to finish building him because I've got so many hand ninja legs for him, and it's just ridiculous. Solomon Grundy, absolutely, he's one that I think they did a great job with, and he's we haven't gotten a better one from McFarlane. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday. But his figure was so good, so well done. And that Bane you could put in there as well. These pictures are from our gang over at the Fush. But Solomon Grundy is so well done. He's got the mask, and he's so much fun with my Legion of Doom collection, where it's so cool to have him and just everybody else around him. Giganta, just a little bit taller than him, but he's such a great build a figure. Giganta, you also have on there too, yeah, and Plastic Man, the McFarlane Plastic Man, who I still need to finish building, but he's such a well done build a figure. He's a little bit far out of reach right now, but yeah, I love the fact that they gave you different hand options, so he's a really good one. Great choices, Ryan. Jamelin, I think the most egregious abuse of the Build-A-Figure format was when they started doing characters like Manus and Jubilee as Build-A-Figures. Absolutely. It was like, what are y'all doing? Especially when you consider how awesome they were doing with those Build-A-Figures before. It's like, what the world is this? This little chump hero. Cosmo, I think, is absolute worst. Hit Monkey is the worst on that. And then Cosmos, close second. Don't forget the Build-A-Figure Hit Monkey, Rocket, and Puck. Yes, Puck being a Build-A-Figure was terrible too. The Vegas Sticky. Besides Galactus, Sinnoh, Giant Man, and Bing Bang Boom, what's the best overall? I think it depends. I really like the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. The Solomon Grundy is really good. I need to do a really fast look here on the DCUC Build-A-Figures list. Let's see here. If I can find a list of those figures. Oh yeah. So here's one. And he's another really great figure too. Like he's one that was I think it's funny to me that the DC classic figures by and large don't hold up today compared to like where we've seen Marvel Legends advance to what some of the McFarlane toy figures have really evolved and like, oh man, these are awesome. But their build a figures are still really good. Here's another one that I think is really great. Kilowog, and of course, Arkillo, really excellent figures. And they've got the big size, the mass. Yeah, they're not as articulated. That's just the thing. This line is a little bit dated in terms of articulation, but this figure, perfect head sculpt. And you can see the work done on the upper part, around the shoulders, and his collarbone, all that stuff. He's so big and huge. It's how you envision Kilowog. And I think they did an awesome job with that figure. And the Four Horsemen were just working on a different level with those figures at that point. I'm trying to see really fast DCC collect and connect. Because he was good. Giganta was good. Validus was another one. Bane. Oh yeah, I gotta get this guy in here too. I mean, it was just I felt like that was one where I feel like in a lot of cases the DCUC build figures were so much better just in terms of what they delivered to us. Ultra Humanite, I mean, that is a work of art and it's so well done. And it's got that sneer. I mean, geez, that is really great. And he fits in perfect fighting your Justice Society, fighting your Justice League. And they just really did a great job. But if you look at all the other collect and connect figures, they were all basically operating on that same level of quality. They weren't like, oh man, this is a terrible figure. And maybe you could find fault with some of the Marvel Legend ones, but the DC ones, they were like, oh, man, this is great. That's definitely why I want to see Mattel continue that when they get the license back next year, because some of their best figures in their whole wave, their whole line were those figures. Let me see what else other people said. John Morrissey, agreed. Fing, Fang, Boom. And all the OG Builder figures that were huge Sentinel, Galactus, Giant Man. Yeah, Giant Man is so much fun. I mean, he was prominently featured until I got the HasLab one, but he was really fun to pose too. And he had that giant feel compared to some of the other figures, so it was really fun. Christopher Vose, I still want to get a Rentraw and repaint him in Chef's white to make him Ferdinand, Wonder Woman's Minotaur Chef. Wow, I did not know that. Okay, that's cool. Would you just need to repaint the whole outfit, or would you need to put a little hat on him too? Rick Cage. Number 5, Apocalypse. Number 4, Galactus. 3, MODOK. Good one. 2, Giant Man. Ty. Zabu. Number 1, Sentinel. Honorary green award goes to OG Devastator and Fing Fang Boom. And here's another one I'm surprised you, my friend, did not mention. I mean, this is another one where they're just like igniting the gasoline. Or was he a yeah, he was. I'm surprised you didn't mention him. I just figured that this would absolutely be on your list of great builder figures because this was certainly one of mine. And again, another testament to what they were doing with the collect and connect line. Stell, Green Lantern. I mean, that's awesome. And the wholly original figure, just like, man. But that's what they were doing with those builder figures. And a really good one. And let me pull up another one that I thought was really good too. Right along that same line of thinking. And he's got a little weird midsection. Is like, is he gonna fall? Is he gonna collapse? But I liked them all the same. Is this guy Metallo? And again, that torso is shaky, but the rest was really funny. And he was, oh, he was a fun figure to pose. So I dug him a lot. Let's see. What else did y'all say? Stay guys. No Shoe, Lord Sauron, number 3, Atom Smasher, 4, Giganta, number 5, Toy Biz Sentinel. Solid choices. G-Brew. I have Age of Apocalypse, Colossus, Apocalypse, Sauron, Bonebreaker, Warlock, Genocide, Chode, Brood, Queen, Zool, Vince, Clortho, 2016 Juggernaut. That's it. That Juggernaut. The Juggernaut was a great build-a-figure, and it's lasted for so long. I have that one. I've got the one that came with Colossus. I had brighter colors, so I like that one. But man, this upcoming one, it's just gonna scoot these other ones away. But fortunately, I have enough space in my X-Men display in different areas of my X-Men collection that I don't have to get rid of any of them because the Juggernaut figures are so well done. But yeah, here's a really good one. Okoye was a small builder figure too. She was, and very unfortunate too. Jamlin, Solomon Grundy, Chemo, and Killer Croc are some of my faves. Now, which Killer Croc? Because, man, you know, one thing for sure that absolutely cannot be denied is when Mattel was running, they were almost done, and they're like, yo, we don't have much more time left with this license. They put together some truly amazing builder figures and some of my absolute favorites, and I to this day. So here's two. Killer Croc, awesome. Here he is next to the DC Essentials Batman, so you can get a sense of his scale. That's from DC Direct. So they worked on a 7-inch scale. I probably need to put him up against the DC McFarlane Batman because clearly fit. And that clay face, this one's based off of his look in Detective Comics, but he was big, he's massive. And you see how they work against a 7-inch scale figure. So they work really well against 6-inch figures. And can definitely, excuse me, drinking my water too fast, definitely work with your DC McFarlane figures, the DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane. Really, really nicely done. Big fan of those. I love that Chemo. He's never left my shelf. They did such a great job with him. It was like they nailed exactly how to pull him off as a figure in a way that I was like, why are y'all doing a Chemo figure? But they just nailed it. Really good. Really good work. Brian P. Oh man, I forgot about that Killer Croc Build-A-Figure or CNC. And I actually have him hanging out with the Suicide Squad. Yeah, that's a good choice for him too. King Collector. I think Toy Biz is the king Build-A-Figures. They have all the best ones. I don't know, man. I would argue because we got some good ones, no doubt, from Toy Biz, but I think a lot of their really good ones have been surpassed. Now, I don't think you can go build a figure Galactus against HasLab Galactus, but I feel like in a lot of cases we've seen as good a build a figure from Hasbro's we've seen from the best of Toy Biz. Granted, they were giving us a ton of stuff with that Giant Man when you had to get 10 figures to build him. Galactus, I think, was 9 figures. So, I mean, you had to do some work for him. The figures weren't as expensive back then. They have full-size comics with their figures in diorama bases. They still hold up now. Although I gotta say that some of the accessories don't fit because we've gotten Marvel Legends from Hasbro. They've been sized up a little bit more. Man, for sure. Let's not forget Legendary Heroes while we're at it. They did some really good ones too. I just never got those figures. I was like, are you going to complete anything you start? But those build-up figures, the figures themselves are really well done too. Which ones would you recommend? G-Brew. Warlock was the first build-up figure I ever bought. I later bought one with tighter joints and sold my old one. Yeah, he did have some weak joints. Oh, I used to have Hasbro Onslaught, a trader for something. Okay. King Collector. I still have my DCUC Gorilla Grodd. Solomon Grundy, another great. Yeah. Posse Man is a good call. Yes, sir. Brian P. Stillman and Armadillo are such stupid, goofy characters. So of course I had to get those build-a figures. That's another one I need to finish. Top Fib, what's going on? My favorites include Giant Man, Giganta, Atom Smasher, Elastigirl. She wasn't a build-a-figure, was she? Because I thought she came in the deluxe signature edition at the tail end. She's a really good figure. Strong guy, absolutely. And Annihilus, ironically, the build-a-figure of one of the worst Marvel Legends waves. Yes, he just needs a paint job, but his sculpt was so impressive. It's like, gosh, with a paint job from Toy Biz, this figure would be amazing, and I would not need an update from Hasbro. Rick Cage, 5 Killer Croc, 4 Majestic, 3 Solomon Grundy, tied with himself. McFarlane, 2 Trigon. Yes, number 1 Giganta. Ryan Daly, Stiltman is a brilliant build a figure because the wave included a troop builder, the hand ninja. But that figure's build a figure part is so additive no matter how many you get. Absolutely. King Collector. Yeah, I need that Plastic Man build a figure to replace my DC Direct Alex Ross version. It's a really nicely done too. Laurie, when I started collecting 112 figures, primarily to support the first Black Panther film and merchandise within a week, I realized Five Below had multiple lines of figures of build a figure parts. To go back in time, how many did you get the Guardians of the Galaxy figures from there? Solomon Grundy, Rock High Waters. That's Ski Raiders. Tom Finn, Starro is cool. Yeah, he is cool. I just don't have the Owlman part to complete him. So I've got a 3-pronged starfish or Starro. Jeeber, Dr. Psycho is a 2-part build-a-figure, right? They came with Wonder Girl, Cassie, and Frank Miller, Wonder Woman. That was so terrible, should have been considered. That figure is bad. because I didn't want the Frank Miller Wonder Woman who was awful. Jamie, oh, that reminds me. McFarlane's Atrocitus is really solid. He is. I wanted some more Red Lanterns because we did get some pretty cool ones from Mattel. You better believe that battle's coming up. Christopher Vose. I'd be wanting to build figures that they would stick to a source, like a Sinister Six Spider-Man wave, but a lot of them have random figures part of the wave that don't go well with each other. I thought that's where Mattel did really great with their DC classics because there were mostly complementary characters in the wave, and the build a figure played into that too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we got the Age of Apocalypse figures, and both waves had build a figures that tied into it, and all the characters were linked up to it. So, and I guess sorta with this Nemesis wave, we have an X Force Nightcrawler to go along with the build a figure. Who else is tied into that too? We have Gambit. So we got two of the characters associated with the build a figure. That's better, and I think the other ones, I mean, most collectors want it anyway. King Collector. Yeah, Kilowog is a good one. McFarlane had a one. Yeah, but that textured outfit, it did ruin it. That's why I didn't buy it. Dark Knight 297. Number DCUC, 5 Kilowog, 4 Metamorpho, 3 Despero. Yeah. 2 Atom Smasher, number 1 Solomon Grundy. Oh, yeah, I'm saying all this stuff, but how could I forget this guy? Again, they excelled doing those build-a figures. Let's see. That is not his name. It's not Stripe C. Stripe C. It's just simply Stripe. But this is another one that's really well done. And he's not gotten any love so far. And I wanted to change that. Stripe, really cool build a figure. And he plays along really nice with that smaller Star Girl too. So definitely want to give him some love. Shout out figure in question for that use of that photo there. Thank you. Jibru. I was in middle school and high school and Toy Biz was doing Marvel Legends and needed those limited funds for X-Men comics and CDs. We do have to make our priorities. Stell, yes. Big Rib, what's going on, man? How are you? Been quiet listening to your awesome stream? Or quiet listening? Either way, glad to see you. Hope all is well on your end. Ferdinand needs outfit painted white and the fur painted brown, so I made a repaint. But he doesn't wear a hat, darn it. He prepares vegetarian meals for her and any Amazons at the embassy in New York. Is this during a George Perez run? Which I clearly need to run and read. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the DCC Darkseid Build-A-Figure Wave. Yes, another good one. Brian P. DCC Metallo was a good figure. Granted, a little wobbly, and Emerson Distribution, yeah, was a major one with that wave. But it had a removable chest plate with kryptonite inside. Yeah, it was just, I mean, that of course was not the version of Metallo I wanted, but that one was a cool figure for whatever reason. Obscure honorable mention: Legends of Dragonor Divine Armor. Jalen, I gotta track this down. Legends of Dragonor. Dragonor Divine Armor. Okay, let's see here. Is that what you said? Okay, that's what you said. Shoot, is the one in orange? Is that what I'm looking at here? Maybe this is what I'm looking for. That's pretty cool. Always like being exposed to new cool stuff. Is this what we're talking about here? That does look pretty cool. I love those colors. Definitely looks like something that Jack Kirby would have done. Very cool. Thank you. Hopefully that's the right one. Tom Finn, Metamorpho. Not the most impressive Build-A-Figure, but what a great character to get as a bonus. Yes, and he tied into Batman. That made sense. So we started off the wave with 2 outsiders, or the whole line with 2 outsiders. Agreed that Build-A-Figure Metamorpho is terrific. And you could add on parts to it. So it wasn't like you could have just a regular base one, and then you could have some, he's using his powers. The last Killer Croc. Yes, sir. Michael Solis. I love that Clayface. Wish I got it, but the line ran short. And aftermarket prices are too high. That's unfortunate. I'm sure it was stupid expensive now. G Brew, I think they're re-releasing Strong Guy, so stay tuned. He's supposed to get back out there. King Collector. Yeah, I still have that DCUC Killer Croc as my main croc. Yes. Brian P. I had that clay face you just showed, but I was never able to get his stump or get past his stumpy legs. That other one was definitely a stumpier. The HMU Marvel Universe Galactus supplants the Marvel Legend version. At least in my collection. Yeah, it's a really good one too. And that's what happened with mine. I have my Toy Biz one in a box. The Marvel Universe one, you probably can't see, but he's at the top of the shelf there. Elastigirl was part of the DCUC. I thought she was. Let's see here. So I can see. Because that I didn't have to do any fancy shooting. There's that Galactus figure there, along with my just a portion of my Marvel Universe figures. But yeah, good stuff. That Monkey Man was so well done. He's dope. I bought him complete with O'Brien at the shop. The outside Pit, who also was cool. I was gonna get both, but my friend really wanted the Pit one. How expensive were they to get them complete? Oh, that's a good one too, Ryan. The Build-A-Figure Super Scroll. Keep waiting for him to get re-released. This should be the year that they re-release any Fantastic Four related property and crank out some new ones. Hello, Wizard and Pastepot Pete. Method of Madness. I'm walking into this premiere of the John Wick spinoff. Enjoy Ballerina. I have to watch the archive later. Take care, Figure Fam. Have a great weekend. You as well. I need to go. It's already 10 o'clock. How'd I get so late talking? Jamelin, I like Starro. His sculpt is great, but I wish there was a little bendy wire. Yeah, it is that part. What about DC's first? He was just part of the wave. He wasn't even a Build-A-Figure. He was just one of the figures you got to build Metamorpho, which is crazy. Pit. Ryan Daly is telling that I've got like 250 Marvel Legends and only completed 2 Build-A-Figures, Zimu and Stiltman. Really? I mean, they've done some really fun ones. Strong Guy's a good one. Thoron. Mine has some loose limbs, and I'm not sure if that's the case overall. Maybe I'll try this Kiki loose joint deal to fix that up. Or some other ones I can think off the top of my head that are really cool. Kingpin, which I've since used for Shadow King. This is a good one. Or some other ones. Of course, I'm trying to. Sugar Man was a good one. I think Great Beast, was he a separate? I think he was a standalone figure. The Super Scroll one, of course, really good. What's another one that I love? I'm trying to think of my Marvel Legends shelf as I'm talking here. The Hulkbuster Armor one, of course. There's a ton of good ones. I actually don't like Zimu as much. He could be a little bit bigger, but I read some Defenders and I'm kind of like warmed up to him now. H. Rothgar's. Stripe looks even better with some gloss red paint. He does need that. Brian, well, I have Stripe with Stargirl hanging out with the JSA. That's how I have him displayed too. I'll show some love for Stripe. He's chilling with Stargirl and the rest of JSA. Okay. Let's get a Build-A-Figure. Pixelated pose. What's going on? What's up, Paul? Strong Guy was so good, I forgot he was a Build-A-Figure. Right. Because he's so solid. It's like, oh man, it's great. Yep, that was it. Look, yeah, exactly. It's a really cool homage to old Jack, the King. My least favorite was the 3-headed Sentinel Build-A-Figure from the House of X, Powers of X, X-Men wave. The heads didn't want to stay on. His upper body was too heavy for the legs to support it. It's funny because that's the only thing basically that I like from that wave. Well, that and the Cyclops, but yeah, I like that Build-A-Figure. Yeah, I noticed. I thought, yeah, it's all good. What's up, John? Mr. Laos, what's up, my pal? I've been enjoying the Zabu Build-A-Figure. Sabu wasn't a Build-A-Figure. I need a second one to paint black like a panther. I guess that would work. I wonder how expensive that would be. Blade Star. Probably would. I didn't get in the history Build-A-Figures. I completed 2 DC and about 8 Marvel. Latest one was Zabu. That doesn't feel like a bad price for them. It was around 2015. So yeah, I wonder what the price is 10 years later. I thought those were really good Build-A-Figures. And I wish I knew more of those characters because the figures did look really good. I have more too. My brother ended up with Magneto and Xavier, and they murdered Marvel Girl. Well, Hasbro beat them to it. Cyclops would be in my collection if not for the body. John Battle, I'm still missing strong guy head and left leg. Good news, they're about to re-release him, according to our leak list from earlier. So you won't have to worry about building him any longer. All right, well, I think that's all the comments down in the chat. I think I've answered everyone or responded to all of them and saw them up here. Okay, so I think I'm covered. I'll try it, of course, tomorrow morning about 8:58. Post a reminder. Don't forget to go on the Target to get your pre-orders in for Psylocke and Thanos and Weapon X if you're so inclined. What else is going on? So next week is hectic, busy, a ton of stuff. We've got on the 10th, the Transformers live stream with the official breakdown of Studio Series Megatron. Then on Wednesday, Yojo June Part 2. More reveals, maybe a little bit more cheese on that. Likely Snowcat HasLab. And then the McFarlane Toy Show, where we're going to see some more Superman figures and some more DC figures, more DC comic figures. Let's see what else we got here. Rick Cage, DCUC Frost King, solid. Brimstone, Apache Chief, Nukchuk. They in question was indeed Hasbro. Yes, they did. Michael Solis, the Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture Wings was an amazing Build-A-Figure, but I don't like this trend it started. Yeah, me neither. What? No giveaways? No, you mean you don't want to just hang out with us? Mojo Joe, dude, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm working on too little sleep, apparently. What's up, David Thanos? I have OG Psylocke. I have Mofex Psylocke. So I don't feel a desperate need for Gamerverse Psylocke, but I do, man. You know, we just can't explain it sometimes. All right, one thing I can explain, though, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos next week because there's a ton of stuff coming out. As usual, me and the guys will be back at it again next Wednesday. Maybe there'll be a giveaway there. So come through, hang out with us on Wednesday, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll do something. We'll give away something there. So all y'all watching right now, tune in next week on Wednesday for the giveaway that we would do normally on Thursday. And then, of course, I'll be back after all the live streams and all the activity. So after the Transformers, after the G.I. Joe, after the McFarlane, I'll do another live stream on Thursday. So stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of videos, a lot of me talking about figures in the upcoming week. So until then, hope y'all have a very awesome weekend. Thank you for hanging out and all that good stuff. And I will see you very soon. But for now, this episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.